In this video, I'm going to cover how to add leads manually to your CRM account, in other words, one at a time. I'm going to begin the video by reviewing how to log in to the CRM side of the site. I actually need to log out here. So from the home page, you can simply click Login. You can also type in greenridge.com/admin to access this login page. From here, you need to use the administrative credentials that we provided you upon setup. So that should be any email address, the email address that you use for the MLS. For most of you, that will be your greenridge.com email address. And your password should be your last name and the number 1. And keep in mind that any letter in your last name that is normally capitalized should be capitalized within the password. So click Login. This will take us to our agent dashboard. From this page, you can quickly add a lead manually by selecting this button to add a lead. From here, the boxes, the information you need to provide is fairly self-explanatory. I will review a few things. The only required fields to set up a lead are their first name, last name, email address, and you do have to provide them with an initial password as well. A good way to think about leads is that we're setting up an account for these people on greenridge.com. So similarly to an account on Zillow, for example, if you save a search there, you can only have one account. It's connected to your email address, and you do have a password, so you actually log in to access your saved searches, any information that you've gathered on the website. So because leads are so connected to the website, that is why the email address is required, as well as a password, because that's how these leads will interact on greenridge.com. So you can fill out all of this information. You can choose a status for this lead, a lead type, and priority. So depending on if it's someone that you just received a call from or someone you met last night at an event, you can choose those appropriately. Again, the first name, last name, and email address are required. If for any reason you don't have an email address for a contact or a lead, you can complete this by providing a dummy email address. We recommend using the format, the leading number, your last name, @test.com. And this way, if you're having to do this multiple times, you can just continually increase the number and have that dummy email address. Obviously, having the email address in this system is going to be the most beneficial, as really the main perks of this system are the email functionality. Down here where you need to create a password for the lead, it could be as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4 for every lead you create. Most of these people, and really frankly these people, won't ever use that password or see it. If they are unaware that you created an account for them and they eventually log into greenridge.com by attempting to contact an agent or schedule a showing or save a search, the system will prompt them that an account has already been created for them and that they should reset their password at that point. So you don't really need to provide them this password information on initial creation. The system will automatically have them do that or prompt them to do that. So if you've talked to this lead and they're planning on you setting up an account for them, it does make sense to send them an email confirmation. If these are just people you're meeting and you want to keep in your system, you don't need to check that off. And I would recommend not checking it off, in fact. As we move down, you can set them up to receive daily sales search emails. So if they have saved a search, this will send them a daily reminder of or update of any changes to that list of properties, whether it's a price change or a pending sale. They would get that on a daily basis. They can also turn that on or off on their own at any point. Again, the rest of this is fairly self-explanatory. You can add additional emails if you'd like to add a spouse's email or a friend or whoever they're looking with. You can add their email address and relationship there. And you can also include any additional properties they may own. So if they own some vacant land or a cottage or second home, it might be good information for you to know down the road. And be sure when you're done to click create.